Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. How's everybody doing out there? Let's see what's going on out there today. Turning kind of green so far today. It's going to have our weekly close this evening, about 5 hours and 43 minutes from now. Let's see what's going on. Let's translate this. Welcome, brother. Welcome. XEN, I've been waiting for 3 years. Yes, nice. You've been holding XEN for 3 years? Nice. That's commitment, brother. We got some XEN stuff to talk about today as well. William, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Guys, as always, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It costs you absolutely nothing. So bring some good karma into your life by doing something fantastic for somebody else. Danny, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Made it in time. Tony, what's up, man? Good morning, dude. Good morning. What's up? How y'all doing? Balaclava, man. Yo, Jasmy family. Yo, Jovan in the house. GT, Rob, is it fair to say this bull run feels flat so far compared to 2020? I certainly remember being more chaotic. Yeah, it must be PTSD. Yeah, you know what? The memory is a funny thing. There were a lot of periods like this in the 2021 bull run as well. I remember it personally. I remember all the boring sideways red action and stuff like that. So people just only tend to make only tend to remember the volatility because it's impactful, right? But you forget all the boring sideways, mind-numbingly crappy stuff is not really impactful. So it just kind of merges together, right? But no, it's playing out pretty similar to how it played out last time. The time frames change, obviously, a little bit here, a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there. So little pumps happen a couple weeks sooner, big pumps happen a couple weeks later. Nothing is exactly 100% the same, but I would say for the most part, this market is hitting exactly the same as it did in 2021 for me personally. Yo, Lily, what's going on, dear? Good to see you. Blix, what will perform better in the bull run, XEN or JASMY? I do not have a crystal ball, Blix. There is absolutely no way of knowing the answer to that question, my friend. Tiger, do you think BTC and BTC dominance drop at the same time that altcoin season starts? Yes, that's exactly, that's one of the reasons why it happens. That's like a cause and effect. If we go over to the Bitcoin dominance, let's see what it's doing today. I haven't really looked at it yet today. Yeah, all we're doing here, guys, is we're just putting in lower highs. Like I've showed you guys this a couple of times now, right? We're just continuing to put in these lower highs across the board. We're going to reject off of here, most likely anyway. Likely come down, then retest it at a lower point, putting it in another lower high. So yeah, I think altcoin dominance is topped here, right? For sure, I think it's topped. And at some point, we're going to see that collapse down to about this 40% window, right? Somewhere around, somewhere down here, right? We got to go down into there, right? No net, nothing but net, right? We go in there, we dunk that, and then altcoin season will begin, in my opinion. So yeah, kind of boring today, guys. Kind of boring. It's been boring for a little while now. Jason Swift making some moves. Yes, it is. Let's have a look at the Swift chart right now. What's it doing? It's having itself a breakout. There you go. She's looking juicy, guys. She's looking juicy. She's right at resistance here, right at our little magic purple box. Can we break above that resistance level? This is the real level of resistance right here, 2076. Got to smash above that. Let's get back up over a penny. What do you guys say? What do you say? Got a bit of a, yeah. Just waiting for that continuation, guys. Will we get the confirmation or will we reject? Will we reject? Jetpack, the future's now. Power to the people. Let's go Swift. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, brother. Okay, so yes, back to the JASMY chart again. Again, there's nothing. JASMY's just being boring, right? Just ping-ponging inside of here. We need our third touch to the top. So what's probably going to happen at some point, we'll hit the top, we'll come back down, reject, breakout, reconfirm the breakout, and then break and then take off, right? That's what we're waiting for here on JASMY. RSI sitting at 42.43, so creeping into oversold. Little bit at a time. Let's go look at Bitcoin. See what Bitcoin's up to today. So far, not much, man. Just kind of a greenish neutral candle. Again, we're just sitting at resistance, guys. We need a break above, right? If we don't get a break soon, if we keep retest, the good thing is we've not retested 42K for 2 days now. That's a good thing, right? Because the more we retest 42K, the weaker that support level is getting, and the more the chances are that we're going to collapse to the downside inside of here, right? So we don't want that. So we need to have a move to the upside here very, very soon. Now, one could speculate that we have a double bottom happening here, right? Because we do. We have a bit of a double bottom happening, which could propel us to the upside, potentially. So another thing to pay attention to. But for now, until we get that break, that move to the upside, I think we could get a push. Let's see if the bulls can push us up to about 98, 99K today. That would be fantastic. But bulls got to make a move this afternoon, right? They got to make a move. Let's go have a look at the bubbles. Look at Swift, man. Swift is cleaning house today. Up 21.4% on the day. Swift is like taking no prisoners, man. Yeah, I was doing a lot of dollar cost averaging over the last week. Hopefully a lot of you guys were too. I know a lot of you guys were because you've been telling me. But there's still some DCA opportunities today, guys. Stuff like Crow at 13 cents. What else we got? Sui's down, right? LCX is a good pickup. Supra's down. Ondo's kind of even for the most part. So, but there's some good pickups. Dumb Money, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Okay, so we got some updates here, and I'm going to give a shout out to community member Jetpack for sending me these updates, sending me this stuff. So a two-part interview of Alex Witt, the co-founder of Swift. Let's get into these short little interviews here. We got some Swift, we got some Onyx Coin.
And have you wanted to ask you a little bit about yourself? And have you seen adoption?
Yeah, so the problem we're solving is around interoperability and best execution. So the interoperability component is making it very easy to go from one altcoin on one blockchain to another altcoin on another blockchain, which is currently difficult because you need to find an exchange or a place that supports that alt token, and you first need to convert into a base pair, which is usually like a Bitcoin or Ethereum. So the first is that interoperability component. The second is best execution. So basically making sure that you're getting the best rate from all the available sources of pools of liquidity, and sort of the combination of making sure you can go directly from point A to B and getting the best execution is trying to solve the frictions in the current crypto payment environment. In terms of adoption, we have seen significant adoption. We're now in over 50 different countries. That said, the volume is not nearly as high as we were expecting a year and a half ago. And I think that's largely attributable to the lack of compelling content on the blockchain right now. I definitely see that changing with things like EFI and smart contracts and more enticing game content. But at the moment, a lot of these projects are still at an early stage. And regardless of what a project is for any new technology, it generally takes at least 4 years to come to fruition. So our goal is to basically be well positioned or when there is that uptick.
And also, can we do this without the blockchain? Can you do and create Swift without using blockchain technology at all?
So for us, the answer is no, because we're providing an interoperability solution. So we are providing, in some senses, you can think of, we're not asking if the blockchain is needed. The fact is there already are blockchains that are being used, and we're just helping you bridge the gap between those different blockchain ecosystems. Because at the moment, these different blockchains have their own payment ecosystem, but they're very siloed. It's difficult to go, as I said, from
how to use your app, and whether it's targeted to individuals or to other businesses and whatnot.
Yeah, so the application itself is available both as a downloadable app under on the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store, and it's all. But most of our business comes from the API side. So these are API integrations with other organizations. So we have a ready-made API that games or dApps can use and plug into. So we have a sort of to C component of the business, but the to B side is bigger.
Awesome. And do you have any competitor?
Yeah, we definitely have competitors in the space. So all of them are slightly different in their approach, but at a high level, you could consider, for example, like a Shapeshift or a Changely as one type of competitor. You could also consider like a Coinbase as a different kind of competitor, but we all have different approaches. So Coinbase is obviously, as an example, a centralized platform that is, at least at the moment, more geared towards buying and holding and trading and investing, as opposed to sort of a plug-in application API. And again, we have both decentralized, meaning non-custodialized services. So in the case of like Shapeshift or Changely, they use very different models from us. So Changely, for example, they work more directly with the projects themselves to source liquidity in many cases. And we are basically trying to get a real market rate and using smart contracts in combination when the market is not stable to sort of get best execution. So certainly lots of tangential or indirect competitors. And I think that's awesome. If the interoperability issue is solved by somebody other than us, I'd be very happy as well, because I think the space needs more perspectives, more approaches, and I think the more approaches, the likelier we are to find the optimal solution.
And are you guys a global company?
Yeah, we're over 50 different countries. We have users in 50 different countries.
Over 50 soon in the United States, in my opinion, guys. Soon they will be in the United States. Where are we here? H. Barbarina in the house. What's going on? Stefan, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Green tea, everyone. Don't let them shake you out. Yes. Blix. Losing a bit of faith in this idea of Altseason. I feel all coins will take turns pumping as usual. I don't see the move up being as dramatic as people make it seem. I enjoy your TA, though. Blix, what I will tell you, it is very clear to me you have never been through an altcoin season before. It's not a matter of what people are making it seem like. It is what it is, right? So you can either get shaken out at this point and sell your bags and give up on it, or, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man, right? If you've never been through one before, this is the whole point. This is the whole point. Your thought process right now, and this isn't an attack on you. I'm trying to help you learn here. Your thought process right now is exactly the point of what the market is designed to do to people, and you are falling for it hook, line, and sinker, right? When enough people start to feel the way you're feeling right now and start talking the way you're talking right now, that's when things start going parabolic, and then you guys all miss out and start chasing green candles, and then you become exit liquidity, right? So what I would say is I would have faith in something that has never failed in the entirety of its existence, and hold strong. That's what I would say. Dante, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Tyler's in the house. What's going on, bro? All right, what do we have? So, guys, listen. Here it is. Jetpack 100, man. Don't let yourself be fudded out of your life-changing wealth. Check this out, guys. This will really put things in perspective. This is market manipulation.
On September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal. He says it's a fraud. Says you fire anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying it.
His company is buying it.
It's just, so unethical.
Do you understand now? Do you understand how, they say when we talk about, these millionaires, these hedge funds, these market manipulators, right? It's not a conspiracy theory. They're not stupid, right? He's telling everybody publicly on national television over here that Bitcoin and crypto is a scam. It's a pet rock. Do not buy it. That's what he's saying publicly. And at the same time, they are one of the biggest buyers of Bitcoin that very weekend, right? That is how you are being manipulated. That is how the average retail investor is being manipulated. That is how the normies are like, oh, no, we don't want to buy that then because JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon said it's a scam. I'm not getting into that. And then when they have enough of it, when their bags are full, then all of a sudden you start seeing people like Larry Fink coming on national television saying, I was wrong about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the best thing since sliced bread. And it's a what did he call it? He called it's an escape to, I don't know, whatever, but it's a hedge, right? And all this stuff. All of a sudden they start talking good about it, right? How, and the fact that, like this guy just said, that's not illegal for them to do that either, right? It's not illegal for them to do that, which is crazy. It's crazy. Do not fall for the manipulation that's right in front of you, right? Put your pennies where they put their dollars. Who cares what they say? What are they doing with their money, right? Because whatever they're doing with their money is exactly what I'm going to do with my money. I don't care what they have to say. You can't be fooled, man. You can't fool me like that. Fear is an illusion that makes more millionaires. Yes, 100%. 100%. Rob, we need the exit liquidity. Blix, I was mostly in Bitcoin in ADA, my first run, 2020 after Black Swan event. This is my second run. Well, it doesn't seem like it right now, Blix. Maybe you forgot or something. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Marco, also back in the 90s, the bank said .coms were dumb. But in the background, they were investing in it. History is repeating itself. Yes. Exactly. Right? Exactly. They tell you one thing and they do the opposite, right? And that's the whole point, you guys. That's the whole point of this cycle. People think, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. That's not a real thing. Yes, it is, guys. How do you think they maintain their wealth? And how do you think the middle class and the poor stay that way? Because these rich people, what they say is respected. So they say, Bitcoin and crypto is a scam. Don't buy it. All the while, so you're not buying it. And because you're not buying it, the price is not going up. So it stays cheap for them to accumulate. Then, once they fill their bags to the moon, then they start telling their news channels and their media outlets and their social media platforms, start saying that crypto and Bitcoin is the best thing ever. Get everyone in. Oh, retail comes pouring in. The price pumps to the moon. What happens? Oh, now BlackRock and JP Morgan and all the Fidelity, all of a sudden they all start dumping it all, right? It's the exact same way they handle the stock market, guys, right? It's the exact same way. They buy into companies pre-IPO. They fill up their bags. Then the company IPOs. Retail jumps in. Price goes to the moon. They dump on you. You're holding the stock in the red. and people just keep falling for it, right? So break the cycle, and instead of behaving because of what they're eliciting emotions inside of you, pay attention to what they're doing with their dollars and do the same thing with your pennies, right? That's how you succeed. I didn't experience a full bull run. Well, this time around, your mind is going to be blown. Pulse Playa. Hopefully we get a rollout or an update on a full rollout of the Junction and the data locker, as well as Binance update on why they won't untag us. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Whose house? Drew's house. Love the TA, Rob. XCN to the moon. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Good point. Eye opener. More ETFs are coming. Yeah, we got altcoin ETFs are cooking as well. You got to remember that, right? What else do we have? We have an XCN video we're going to play as well. Senator Loomis, Bitcoin will continue to grow in value while the dollar will continue to decline.
Bitcoin the right asset class to do that, even if that authority is given, just because of the volatility of it and also the fact that it's only been around for 15 years?
It absolutely is the right asset. It is digital gold. It is a finite source. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever be mined. And it has the elements of strength, and even though it's slightly volatile, it's always volatile in an upward leaning direction. And so the goal here of holding it for 20 years is in recognition that on the short term, there is short-term volatility. On the long term, there is long-term growth that far exceeds the ability of the US dollar to keep up. The US dollar is designed to debase. The Fed has a goal of 2% per year inflation, whereas Bitcoin's goal is to far exceed in value inflation and far exceed the value of the US dollar. And so far from inception, it has done exactly that. It's grown about 55% per year if you look at the long term. Over time, it'll drop from 55% a year to 45% a year to 35% a year. But it will continue to grow, where the US dollar will continue to decline in value. So it's a very important asset to hold.
Agreed. Yes, that's why I continue to stack and I don't sell. Let's get into an article here. 3 key accumulation zones propel Bitcoin's price to record-breaking highs. Analysts say that Bitcoin's price has shown a spectacular rising trajectory, bolstered by unique accumulation stages. The study emphasizes 3 consolidation phases between early 2023 and early 2025. Using Binance's Bitcoin USDT trade data, with the most recent movement coming close to $150,000, each step prepares the way for a breakout, propelling Bitcoin to previously unheard of heights. The first accumulation phase, spanning early in mid-2023, witnessed Bitcoin consolidating between $16,000 and $25,000, maintained stability within this range as market participants accumulated. Consequently, a strong breakout followed, propelling Bitcoin towards $40,000 level. This marked the beginning of a sustained upward trend that continued to subsequent periods. So as you can see on the chart here, this is what they're talking about. First level here, second level here, and then there was like a mini little accumulation in between here. See, we're doing the exact same thing again. See how that's identical? The second phase was from mid-2023 to late 2023, wherein Bitcoin fluctuated in a range between 25,000 and 40,000. At that time, the price had lesser volatility, indicating a gradual accumulation of interest in the market. In addition, the breakout of this range had even more powerful momentum. Bitcoin strongly outpaced $55,000, which confirmed an increase in demand and growth in investor confidence in this asset. The third accumulation period took place between late 2023 and early 2024. The Bitcoin stabilizing between 55,000 and 75,000, this range served as a consolidation zone before another significant breakout occurred. Moreover, the subsequent price action broke Bitcoin above $100,000, with continued bullish momentum pushing prices towards $150,000 by early 2025. In another analysis featuring different time frames, short-term trends mirrored the larger picture. On the daily time frame, Bitcoin formed an ascending triangle, which you can you can't see it, which you can see right here. That's what they're kind of lining. I believe that's what they're trying to point out. And I lost myself. On the daily time frame, bigger ascending triangle trend line, followed by breakdowns and recoveries. After the breakdowns, prices consistently entered consolidation phases before rallying again. Additionally, these recoveries aligned with the broader bullish trajectory, which is evident in the weekly time frame. So as you can see, things look very, very similar. Like if you really look at this, guys, let's see if I could, look at this right here, this time frame, and this is where we are right now. Look how similar this is, right? So probably odds are drop to the downside before boom, right? Will we see a drop to the downside before boom? Well, I've been showing you guys on the Bitcoin chart for a while now that we will likely see an 85 to 88K Bitcoin, which would be that drop right there, right? The higher time frame chart also revealed a constant upward trajectory from early 2023. Bitcoin displayed a clear cycle of accumulation, consolidation, and breakout. Consequently, market demand intensified with each phase, driving prices to higher highs. The final candle in the chart confirmed strong bullish sentiment, reflecting robust market performance and sustained buying interest. So there you have it, guys. Maybe a little bit further down to go before we pop. Let me know what you guys think about that. What do we got? Marco, any gut instincts out there if and when they will publicly announce their involvement with XCN? Probably not. We talked about that with Crypto Canvas and how the odds of them ever saying that they own it or that they're affiliated with it would be slim to none, because then it would no longer be viewed as decentralized, right? Enzo, what's up, buddy? I'm doing pretty good. Do you have any updates about Swiftcoin and mobile coins? I just played 2 videos about Swiftcoin. You have to go back to the beginning of the stream to watch those. Nothing on Helium Mobile, though. John, preach, lady. Enzo says hit the like button and hit the notification button as well for Rob, which always keeps us updated for everything. Yes, absolutely. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, guys. Hit the notification bell. Help the channel grow. Shane, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Pulse Player. At what point, Rob, would you be concerned about the full launch of Janction? We don't have any momentum and need some positive news. None of the market has any momentum right now, not just JASMY. It's not unique to JASMY. They could say that Janction's not going to launch until the fall. And for the long-term outlook of JASMY, I still wouldn't be concerned, right? Now, my position is a little bit different than some people's, because odds are I'm not selling any of my JASMY in this bull run. I plan on, I'm not going to tell you my plans because the Patreon members know my plans, but I don't really have a concern about that, right? I believe it will launch this year. I'm not that concerned about it. And here's the thing. I've been in crypto a long time. Now, I've seen, in these scenarios, I've seen 2 things happen, okay? One, people rush things out to market, and then there's all kinds of bugs, and then all kinds of FUD comes out because there's bugs, and then the project has a hard time recovering from that. And two, they do things like, say, Cardano, where they may take longer to launch their products, but they do it right the first time, right? That's what I would like to see happen with JASMY and Junction. If it takes longer to launch your projects, fine. As long as when you launch them, there's no bugs, everything is fine, right? Metal Detecting England, who thinks XCN will hit 10 cents this alt season? Oh, 100%. 100%, I think so. Blix, maybe you're right. I just never got to experience a full alt season because I was only in Bitcoin. I did see ADA and ETH blow up. I got into ADA after it got listed on Coinbase. My friend was into ADA before. Yeah. I mean, trust the process, brother. That's all you can do, right? Don't try to force it. Let it come to you. The only reason Gary Gensler was put in the SEC was to stall the crypto revolution while the bank developed their own systems. Yep, you're absolutely right. XCN during 2022 hit 18 cents, 10 cents during the bull run. Highly likely, man. Absolutely. Thank you. Hey, no, appreciate you. No problem, Blix. No problem, man. Hold tight, my friend. Hold tight. Everything will be okay. I promise you that. Late night chat today. Nice, nice, nice. Will JASMY release a roadmap for 2025? Any news on that? They do every year. I think the last time they launched it was March. See, the thing is, their year ends in March, right? So their 2024 roadmap was launched in March, so they'll probably release the 2025 roadmap around March as well. So that would be the safe assumption there. So just in, Trump's Treasury pick, Scott Bassinet, disclosed that he owns up to $500,000 worth of Bitcoin. Very nice. It's awesome to see the new administration coming in and that they own Bitcoin themselves. They own crypto, guys. Now, I showed this in the video this morning, guys. Look at this. This is mind-boggling to me. Look at the fear and greed. Still at 62, guys, right? No one is getting like, they're trying to shake people out, but everyone's still, like, we're still in greed. We're still in greed. That is another reason why I am pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that we are, in fact, going to see this down into here, right? The reason I say that is because we're still in greed. They need that final violent shake to the downside to finally push the general sentiment in the market down to fear, right? Because with all of this, we're still in greed, right? People are like, nah, bro, I'm not getting shaken out. It's not happening, right? So yeah, they might have to do something like that. No problem, brother. No problem. I got you guys. Dominic in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Okay, what else do we have here? Be careful what you wish for. Bitcoiners spent 5 years advocating for an ETF, but now that it's here, it could increase Bitcoin's correlation to traditional markets.
Bitcoin's bouncing today. It has been a shaky start to the year, to say the least. Our Tanae McKeel says it could be a tale of two crypto trades under incoming President Trump. She joins us now to explain. Hi, Tanae.
Hey, Scott. Yeah, that shakiness could definitely continue through the first quarter. That's what traders are telling me after tariff concerns dampened enthusiasm this week. Remember, crypto is, of course, one industry that stands to benefit this year from a pro-crypto White House and Congress. So Bitcoin rallied more than 45% in the month after the election. So on the tariff concerns, that's a theme that extends beyond Bitcoin, but it highlights these two opposing aspects of the Trump crypto trade now coming into conflict. So on one hand, the promise of better regulation that could help crypto companies versus parts of the agenda like tariffs that could strengthen the dollar but then weigh on Bitcoin price. Those two things have an inverse relationship and, of course, introduce risk to markets broadly. So a choppy quarter ahead before Bitcoin makes a run at a new record. But I don't want to overstate the risk long term. It's been a year today since the approval of Bitcoin ETFs, and I'm told their popularity combined with better regulation could still support a doubling in Bitcoin price this year, and that the market should feel confident that Congress is going to take up crypto issues like stablecoins and or market structure. But even there, the impacts may not be felt until the end of the year. Scott?
All right, Tanea, thanks for setting that up for us. Appreciate that, Tanea McKeel. You want to talk about that, Bill?
Yeah, absolutely. We own Bitcoin, IBIT, in portfolios, and we actually are looking to add to that at some point here over the next month, increase the positioning. It's right around just under about a 1% holding. I also trade in the futures as well. And, I think what we've seen here, obviously this big run up and a nice, healthy consolidation. On one hand, I think this, in a technically bullish market, you get a pennant building the way it has, and it leads to higher highs. On the devil's advocate side, the only concern I would have here is if we get sort of a buy the rumor, sell the news from the inauguration, and we get a little bit of a shakeout of weak hands, which actually wouldn't be so bad. You shake the weak hands out, and then you make the next move higher.
I think the key thing here is a little bit of be careful what you wish for. For like 5 years, one of the biggest catalysts for bulls was that at some point we're going to get crypto ETFs. And then, of course, that day came a year ago. IBIT, BlackRock's product, became the most successful ETF launch any asset class in the history of the ETF wrapper, and got up to like 54 billion. What happened last week, though, was its first really big daily outflow. 337 million came out. I think all of the Bitcoin ETFs in total are probably negative 2 or 3 billion since middle of December. And now these are financial assets. So I don't know that they'll be much less correlated than they used to be relative to the stock market. I think on risk-off days, they'll be treated like risk assets, which is what they are. So it's great. It's democratized. Everybody could buy it. It's easy. But remember, what that means is the money comes out easily also. And that is a little bit of a change from where we were prior to these ETFs becoming as large as they have.
Would those outflows have been on long-term taxable gains? It was over a year. Would that have anything to potentially do with the outflows?
I doubt it. I doubt most of the money that came out of the stock necessarily went in precisely 1 year to the day, or 1 year and 1 day from the launch, but probably some. Okay. Look, we don't know how these things are going to trade relative to the market. All we can say now is they are now part of the mainstream market. They're in people's brokerage accounts, and that's got really great attributes to it, and it also has potentially negative attributes to it.
I had to cough there. All right, what else do we have? What else do we have? Dominic, sorry, came in late, brother, but we're going to see a massive dip and then a quick leg up. Well, 50 push-ups, Dominic. You're late, brother. Young Arsonist, I don't see any issues with XCN soaring past its previous all-time high. TVL's a huge proponent, among other things. We're in a great spot. We're just all impatient. Yes, 100%. Great points. Great points across the board there. Can XCN 10x by March? Anything is possible in crypto, my friend. All-time high would be 18 cents. That would be massive. I just need 3 to 5 cents. I'd be happy. Yep. Damn it, Nick. Wowzer, Swift's pumping. Yeah, it was up 21% earlier. Any predictions about Swift? Any predictions on it? It will do good? I mean, I can't give you my exit price point. Swift will do well. Let me put it that way. I think Swift, a lot of people are going to call for $1 on Swift. Swift's not going to $1. Okay? It's not going to $1. Gotcha. When is Max and Rue coming back on? I mean, probably any time. I spoke with Rue. I spoke with Max, and they're both down to do a stream whenever I basically say, let's put something on the books. So maybe I'll message them both today and say, let's get something on the books, and we'll chat. So I can get that organized. Right now I'm working on the JASMY roundtable, right? I'm trying to coordinate a JASMY roundtable with Max and Jesse and Brian and Spencer. So it's I'm trying to get pinned down a date for everybody on that. So Balaclava man, price prediction on ETH. A lot of people think 10 grand. I'm going to say 8 grand, 9 grand, something like that. What do we got here, guys? Exchanges continue to empty. This indicates to us a bright future. Another 82.31 million JASMY has been removed from exchanges in the last 24 hours. So very, very bullish. Very, very bullish. All right. What else do we have? Could Bitcoin hit $350,000 soon? Jeremy Da Vinci, which I'm not a fan of personally, a notable figure in the cryptocurrency realm and an early Bitcoin adopter, has made a striking prediction that Bitcoin's value might soar to $350,000. So a Bitcoin maxi is predicting that Bitcoin's going to go to $350,000. You don't say. While he refrains from providing a specific timeline, his insights draw upon Bitcoin's historical performance and its correlation with mining expenses. Da Vinci's forecast is rooted in the strong correlation between Bitcoin's mining costs and its market price. Currently, mining a single Bitcoin incurs costs of $70,000. He suggests that if historical patterns persist, Bitcoin could very well ascend to $350,000 figure, emphasizing Bitcoin's unique blend of scarcity and utility. I don't know. I wouldn't say that Bitcoin has a unique blend of utility. I mean, it's scarcity, yes, but Bitcoin doesn't really have much utility. It has some, but if you're going to get into Bitcoin's utility, now listen, I hold Bitcoin. I'm not selling my Bitcoin because I think it's going to be $1 million. So I'm not anti-Bitcoin. But let's not pump our tires here. Don't piss in the wind and tell me that it's raining, right? Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining here. Every single utility that Bitcoin has, there's an altcoin that does it better. Let's be honest here, right? So this prediction aligns with a noticeable surge in institutional investments, with prominent firms such as BlackRock, MicroStrategy, and Fidelity acquiring approximately $100 billion worth of Bitcoin. This strategic purchase indicates a robust belief in Bitcoin's potential for long-term growth. The key points: Da Vinci's prediction rests on mining costs and market performance. Institutional investments are climbing, signaling confidence. Bitcoin's supply dynamics, particularly post-halving, may influence price, and the current market volatility presents a buying opportunity for some investors. Despite his optimistic outlook, Bitcoin has faced recent market fluctuations, dropping from over 102,000 to 96,000. Investor Robert Kawasaki views this dip as a chance to buy at lower prices. Additionally, the spent output profit ratio at 0.987 suggests that short-term holders are selling at losses, yet this scenario often precedes market recovery. So short-term holders, guys, are being shaken on. They're selling at a loss right now because they're scared. That's what I'm saying. Don't be scared. With nearly 20 million Bitcoin already mined, and the recent halving event reduced miner rewards to 3.125 BTC. The asset's scarcity is becoming increasingly pronounced. Historically, Bitcoin's prices have surged following the halving events, attracting long-term investors' keen eye on potential opportunities. A roundtable conference. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Rob. No problem, man. No problem. Have you ever spoken with Crypto Millie? I don't know Uchilla about him, but he's been talking about JASMY. Yeah, you know what? I have been considering reaching out to him. He seems like a pretty laid-back dude. I catch his stuff from time to time. So I am considering reaching out to Crypto Millie. So I like having a variety of other, voices come on the channel, whether they agree with my point of view or they disagree with my point of view, because it's healthy, right? To have a broader birth of knowledge for you guys, right? Have you seen Learn Cryptology? I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on his perspective on jazz? No, I have not seen. I've never heard of him. Top 5. What's up, man? Question: if Bitcoin goes up next week, should we believe this? This is people buying the rumor, and if Bitcoin stays flat, does it mean buying the news? if there's no pump before the inauguration, then there's not a sell-off after it. If there's no buy the rumor, then there is no sell the news, right? We may pump after the inauguration or at the inauguration, but so far, I mean, we're not running into it. So, I mean, we'll have to see, right? Right. What else do we have? Max Kaiser. He says they're dumping the US Treasury bonds and they're dumping whatever they can and they're putting it into Bitcoin.
You mentioned one way to deal with this is obviously raising interest rates to tackle inflation, an obvious move. But what is the answer to this problem then? What can the US Treasury and the Fed do right now to deal with this looming crisis?
Well, yeah, raising rates is what Paul Volcker did in 1980. When the debt to GDP ratio that was a possibility, and it worked after a massive debt raising of interest rates into the 19%, right? But the debt to GDP ratio right now is 10 times at least higher. So that's actually not going to work. There is no solution. That's why people are running into Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin's worth over $1 trillion now, why it's going to $10 trillion now, is that people are running for the hills. They're getting out of Dodge. They're dumping their US Treasury bonds. They're dumping whatever they can, and they're putting it into Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin, we're going to see Bitcoin be the major winner in this sovereign debt collapse globally. That's how you get to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 per Bitcoin. Everybody knows it now. Paul Tudor Jones, Stan Druckenmiller, Michael Saylor over at MicroStrategy, they're all openly talking about a speculative attack against the central banks. Borrow at that cheap rate, buy Bitcoin, and let them die. That's what's going on.
And Janet Yellen, for one, expects these interest or these inflation levels, rather, to persist until mid-2022. Do you think that's an accurate forecast, or could we see these problems persist into the years after that?
Last year, Janet Yellen said the biggest problem was deflation. Then they said, oh, you know what? It's actually inflation. Then they said the inflation was transitory. Now they're saying the inflation is going to be around for a few years. We're at the beginning of a multi-year secular inflation that will last quite a bit of time. We're leaving a 40-year bull market in bonds. It started when Volcker finished his job back in 1980, and Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher came to office, and we've had 40 years of lower interest rates. Well, that's now finished. We're going to have now a multi-year period of rising interest rates. It's going to be worse than the 1970s. We're going to see major defaults across the corporate world. We're going to see sovereign defaults, and we're going to see more countries like El Salvador start to make Bitcoin legal tender to get out, and they're openly mocking the IMF. El Salvador is openly mocking the IMF on Twitter, saying, we're buying Bitcoin, and it's we're in a completely new era, a new world, a new global standard. As Rand Paul, a senator in America, has called on Bitcoin to be the new global monetary standard, not the dollar, not gold, Bitcoin.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. All right. Go back over to the bubbles here, guys. Liquidity, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm not going to stop believing Trump's people are shorting Bitcoin until he can make his face this off. I mean, hey, maybe. Just watched Learn Crypto guy's video today, all but Jasmy wallet suppressing the Jasmy pumps. Peanut Squirrel will be involved on 1/20th of the rumor is. Anyway, you can watch that video on debunk and do a debunking, Rob. Might be some decent video content to try to cover. Yeah, I get it, but it gets exhausting trying to debunk the misinformation that gets spread about Jasmy. It really, really does. So maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Because it's Crypto John, and then it's freaking Jerry Banfield, and then it's, and it gets, I don't know, it gets exhausting, right? Because a lot of the stuff that you see is just so absurd that you end up like beside yourself with like disbelief at how stupid people can be, right? So maybe not. We'll see. We will see. We kind of ran out of time, so I'll do a video on XCN this afternoon, and I'll have the video in that. I do have a video courtesy of Jetpack as well. So we'll play that this afternoon. Don't debunk. That gives them more screen time. That's the thing too, Funky. You're exactly right. If I shine a spotlight on people who are spreading misinformation, it gets them more views and more clicks, and then it inspires them to do it again, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to stifle them, not promote them, right? So yeah. But anyway, guys, look out for my XCN video this afternoon. And again, guys, we're doing some big unprecedented things over on the Patreon, guys. Join our group video calls that we do every evening. It's an amazing opportunity. You get to see and hear everybody else from the community. We have hundreds of people over there on the Patreon. So jump over there, guys. The link is in the chat. It's in the pin. It's in the description of the video. You can also schedule one-on-one coaching AMAs with me personally. Let's get you in. Let's get your exit strategy structured. Let's get your portfolio structured for maximum ROI. Again, the link is down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys this afternoon.